name is Kristy Kroeker. I'm an associate professor at UC Santa Cruz in the Ecology and Evolutionary Biology department. I'm a marine ecologist, and we are in Pogonip, which is right near UC Santa Cruz, and it's one of the places that I love to come and hike and run and walk and yeah, be close to nature. You get the fields and the trees and an amazing amount of majesty for a place so close to town.
Do you listen to music while you...
No way. Running also is super meditative for me, and so I like to just be in nature and hear the silence and hear the animals. I'm really motivated to find solutions to climate change. When I started graduate school, that was what I was interested in, was trying to contribute to solutions. I had gotten an opportunity to work on coral reefs in some places that are really impacted by climate change, and I wanted to help. So I started working in this field and studying the effects of climate change and ocean acidification so that we can understand it, prepare for it, and hopefully lessen the impacts. My biggest hope are my students, really. I get to work with all of these students, from undergrads to graduate students, that are super smart, super engaged, resilient, driven, and this is one of their top priorities. So I can get really demoralized by what's happening in the world, and then I get to look to these students who I feel really hopeful and optimistic are going to make a difference. My research is super relevant to Santa Cruz, so I study ocean acidification, one of many things, and it's this process by where the oceans are actually absorbing the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere. So it's like, we call it the twin brother of climate change, and it's happening twice as rapidly here in California as other areas of the world. So it's like very rapid and very pronounced here, and we're already starting to see some of the impacts for marine life. So yeah, what we find here is actually going to tell us about what's coming for the rest of the world, so it's very relevant for our local communities and our fisher folk and people who rely on the ocean. I would like people to keep the environment in mind when they're voting. I think that there's all this research that shows people can care about the environment and then they go to vote and it gets lower on their priority list, but I think we have to make it a high priority because it's going to affect everybody, and so I want people to keep it in mind. Work is my favorite. That's the reason, one of the reasons I do what I do. It's so fun, and so we do a lot of scuba diving field work, and I think one of the photos is us on a boat just prior to a dive in Alaska. And it's very communal because, you know, with scuba diving you have to dive with a buddy, but then when you go underwater it's silent, and all you hear is your breathing, or if you're lucky you might hear a whale or something munching or crunching, but it's a very quiet, meditative space, yet you're super connected to the person that you're diving with. I love meditation, but I don't think I've ever had that experience of like meditation with someone else as you get when you're diving. Yeah, very meditative, and you feel very close to nature in a way that I don't think you can when you're just passing through, but when you're kind of in there and get to see sea lions come through and fish swim by and watch an abalone move across, you know, a little tiny space on the bottom. It's pretty cool to get to be part of it.